I got so much more.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh!
Fucking design on right now.
Break it down, bring it back, make it clap. I got 3 old thoughts, new block, where that dick. Bitches on my line, and you know.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, let me introduce myself. My name is Azahra Ayuni Widiasari. I am a student from UBSI Cimone, and I am majoring in management, and I am also here to express my opinion about the result of the match 2026 World Cup qualification Indonesia versus Bahrain. The match between Indonesia and Bahrain in the 2026 World Cup qualification is very important for both teams. Indonesia, which is currently in 4th place in Group C, is targeting victory to increase its chance of qualifying.
Nggak bisa bahasa Inggris.
A few moments later.
But controversy arose after the previous match ended in a 2-2 draw, where the decision to add time sparked public anger. Bahrain even requested a transfer of the match location for the safety of players.
A few moments later.
PSSI Secretary General Yunus Nusi stated that FIFA will not respond to the letter of request from the Bahrain Football Federation or BFA regarding the transfer of the match location. In a letter submitted to the AFC and FIFA, the BFA expressed its concern regarding security if the second match against Indonesia is held in Jakarta.
Huh? 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 Huh?
A few moments later.
However, Yunus confirmed that FIFA has confirmed that the second match between Indonesia and Bahrain will still take place at Gelora Bung Karno Main Stadium on March 25, 2025.
Jangan saya yang jawab.
Bahrain. Oh, yang pasti bagi kami itu tidak akan mungkin terjadi. Kami yakin karena FIFA itu kan organisasi terbesar dunia, bahkan sekarang diakui oleh beberapa konsultan yang memiliki sistem yang sudah teruji. Pertama, kami yakin ini tidak akan mungkin terjadi, akan ada pemindahan venue atau tempat pertandingan antara Bahrain dengan Indonesia. Kita telah mampu dan sukses menyelenggarakan Piala Dunia U17 tahun kemarin, kemudian juga dengan Australia, dengan Filipina, Argentina kita juga sudah teruji. Maka bagi kami itu hal yang sangat tidak mungkin untuk diakomodir atau disetujui oleh FIFA. Dan biarlah itu menjadi hak mereka, hak Bahrain. Dan tentu kita, kalau bagi kami itu mengada-ngada. Kenapa mengada-ngada? Karena sesuatu yang tidak masuk akal, bahwa kita di Irak saja berangkat dipimpin langsung oleh Pak Marji dengan suasana yang agak sedikit kurang enak dalam kondisi yang saat sebelum pemboman di Irak juga timnas kita berangkat, kita nggak ada masalah. Untuk sepak bola di dunia manapun kita selalu menjunjung tinggi sportivitas, kemudian fair play, dan masyarakat dunia saat ini di urusan sepak bola mereka juga tidak seganas-ganas seperti apa yang dibayangkan oleh Bahrain.
A few moments later.
In my opinion, what the referee did at the time was very detrimental to Indonesian team, because the Bahrain team played very dramatical. Many of the violations were not that serious, but the Bahrain players act as if they were serious violations. As a result, the referee blew the whistle and the tempo of the game decreased, so that many of the Indonesian opportunities were wasted.
A few moments later.
In my point of view, the Indonesian team also had poor concentration, so when the referee was unfair to the Indonesian team, the Bahrain team took advantage of the moment. I was also very disappointed with the referee's decisions during the match. However, the fighting spirit of the Indonesian teams remains high. I think that's good. Thank you for giving your best to Indonesia. I believe that everyone deserves a second chance. There is still hope to qualify. Fighting!
Stop it. Get some help.
A few moments later.
This is end of my opinion about the match Indonesia versus Bahrain. I hope we can take a good lesson from this controversy. I'm so sorry for my words. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
A few moments later.
Nice.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Azhara Yuning Widyasari. I'm from UBSI Cimone. And here I will explain material about simple present tense. Okay, next. What is simple present tense? Simple present tense is a form of tense used to express events that occur regularly, routinely, or commonly done in the present. What does present mean? Present in simple present tense means now, then simple means simple, and tense is the form of the verb according to the time period used. Next, what are the characteristics of simple present tense sentence? Here are some characteristics of the present sentence. The first one, using verbs in their basic form are infinitive or familiar irregular verbs. Example, I play soccer every weekend. Play is a verb in its basic form. The second one is using auxiliary verbs, namely do or does for verbal sentence in negative and interrogative forms. Example, she doesn't eat meat. Doesn't mean does not. Auxiliary verb in the negative form for the subject she. The third one is in the present tense. There are usually adverbs of time such as always, usually, often, rarely, never, every day, every week, every month, every year. Example, I always drink coffee in the morning. Simple present tense function. The first one, express emotion or feelings. The second one, command or instruction. The third one, the schedule event. And fourth, general truth. And number 5 is repeat actions. When is present tense used? Present tense is used when someone wants to express an event or general fact that is happening now, revealing a common fact or truth that is happening today, talking about activities that are done many times, repeatedly, or routines, and describe a permanent situation. Rumus simple present tense. A sentence can be verbal or nominal, so the predicate is not always a verb. In verbal sentence, after the subject will be followed by a verb. Meanwhile, in nominal sentence, after the subject will be accompanied by a non-verb that we usually know as an auxiliary verb or to be. What is the simple present tense formula? In general, the simple present tense formula is subject plus verb 1 s or es plus complement. For positive sentence with a verbal pattern, if the pattern is nominal, then the present tense formula becomes subject plus auxiliary verb or to be plus complement. Next, nominal simple present tense. How to make a simple present tense sentence? Here is the simple present tense formula that you can use. Kalimat positif ada subject plus to be plus complement, dan kalimat negatif subject plus to be plus not plus complement, and kalimat interrogatif ada to be plus subject plus complement. Example of simple present tense with nominal sentence patterns. Kalimat positif, contohnya, I am an international school student. Atau bisa, I am a student. Kalimat negatif, contohnya, she is not an international school student. Atau bisa, she is not a student. Kalimat interrogatif, contohnya, is she an international school student? Atau bisa, is she a student? Rumus kalimat nominal dalam simple present tense. Subject plus predikat or to be plus complement. Nah, ini contohnya. Subjeknya, to be, dan complementnya ini. Okay, next. Verbal simple present tense. The formula positive, negative, and interrogative of the simple present tense for the verbal pattern is kalimat positif ada subject plus verb 1 plus es or es plus complement. Kalimat negatif contohnya rumusnya subject plus do or does plus not plus verb 1 plus complement. Kalimat interrogatif do or does plus subject plus verb 1 plus complement. Pada kalimat verbal, tidak perlu menambahkan to be setelah subjek, karena yang bertugas menjadi predikat adalah verb. Verb tenses ini merupakan bentuk yang dasar dalam artian belum mengalami perubahan. Next, reminder. If you make a sentence with a third-person subject, he, she, it, and singular subject, there are some verbs that must be added with s or es at the end. Contohnya ini, wash tambah es jadi washes, dan lain-lain. Ini ada rumus kalimat verbal, subject plus predikat plus complement. Verbnya Kalau singular subject plus S or ES. Next, positive or affirmative simple present tense. Just like nominal, verbal sentence also have positive forms as we have discussed at the beginning. Example of simple present tense sentence: I live in Jakarta or he lives in Jakarta. Kenapa he lives? Karena he itu singular subject, jadi pakai S or ES. Next, negative simple present tense. Well, specifically or negative sentence and interrogative sentence use do or does or do not or done and does not or doesn't. Example, I don't live in Bandung. Saya tidak tinggal di Bandung. Kalau I pasangannya do, jadi done. She doesn't live in Bandung. Dia perempuan tidak tinggal di Bandung. Kalau dia perempuan kan singular subject, jadi pasangannya does, jadi doesn't. Kenapa doesn't live? Kok nggak doesn't lives? Ya, karena pada kata doesn't sudah termasuk penambahan is. Jadi di bagian kata kerja nggak perlu ditambahin lagi. Next. Simple present question or interrogative. Yes or no question. Do I work? Does he work? As the name of the type suggests, namely yes or no question. So you only need to answer the question above with yes, I do, or yes, I work. Yes, he does. Yes, he works. Kalau ditanya, do I work? Jawabnya, yes, I do. Atau do you work? Yes, I work. Does he work? Yes, he does. What are some examples of simple present tense? Beberapa contoh kalimat positif. Yang pertama ada she wants to be a doctor. Number 2, cows eat grass. Cows berarti sapinya banyak. Number 3, they speak English at the office. Number 4, he likes bananas. Berarti pisang, dia laki-laki makan pisang banyak karena bananas. Number 5, they play basketball every morning. What are some examples of simple present tense? Negative sentence. Contoh kalimat negatif. They don't have any money. Lala doesn't see Peter in the class. My best friend doesn't love you. Number 4, you don't listen to me. Number 5, California is not in United Kingdom. Next, what are some examples of simple present tense? Contoh kalimat interrogative or question sentence. Number 1, do they talk a lot? Number 2, does he play tennis? Number 3, does your father drink coffee? Number 4, do you sleep? Number 5, does he ride the motorcycle? Next. Time signals. Time signals itu keterangan waktu. Nah, contohnya itu ada today, every day, every week, this year. Contoh kalimatnya, dalam kalimat positif, kalau pakai time signal, he plays football every week. Dia laki-laki bermain sepak bola setiap minggu. She studies English this year. Dia perempuan belajar bahasa Inggris tahun ini. Kalau kalimat interrogatif, contohnya, do you play football every week? Apakah kamu bermain sepak bola setiap minggu? Does she study English this year? Apakah dia perempuan belajar bahasa Inggris tahun ini? Okay, next. Pada daftar pustaka, saya mengambil materi dari website ini. Sekian dari saya, maaf apabila ada kesalahan kata. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.